What is up, everybody? We are live. Live, live, live. I don't know if anybody can hear me or not. Hello, can you hear me? Just going to do a quick audio check and then go ahead and get signed in so we can figure out if Taylor Court has jurisdiction. We're going to figure that out this morning, hopefully. Anyways, let's see. Just doing a quick sound check. Appreciate that message there, Yin Yang. What's up, John DeNicola? Appreciate you being in here. Kay Stevenson, thank you. Got a 1 so you guys can hear me. All right, awesome. That's cool. Let's go ahead and get signed in for Zoom court today. See how things go. This should be a lot of fun, right? We make court dates fun. That's part of what we do. All right, so you guys won't see anything because I'm using one phone to stream here like this. People's in the house, press harder. Thank you for being here. Everybody give people a proper yeah if you can. That is a proper yeah right there. Well, let's see. The phone is lagging. I'll pull up a proper yeah in a second. Let's go ahead and see what this Taylor Court has to say. But anyways, just to give you guys an idea, I'm streaming on one phone using another phone to log into Zoom. So I'll do my best to narrate and tell you what's, what I'm seeing on the Zoom call, because you won't be able to see the Zoom call. So I'll just have to narrate for you what's going on the Zoom call. Or, I think Taylor Court has a YouTube page. So you can also look for City of Taylor's YouTube page. Slavin, the judge that we're going to be talking to today, he live streams. So, but I'm just getting signed in now, guys. Relax, hang tight. You'll hear things as it gets going. So feel free to chat amongst yourselves. So I'm looking at Zoom. I punched in a meeting ID, and it says right now I'm in Judge Slavin's personal meeting room. It says that the host has joined, and we've let them know you're here. We'll see if we can set this up like this. That's what it says. In case anybody is wondering, or maybe you missed the live stream last night, I'm gonna go ahead and play a couple of videos. This is what it's really all about, guys. This is what my case for police interference. This is what it's really about right here. Here.
Why, so why are you guys in unmarked cars running radar? Are you guys generating revenue for the state? Yes. We're in Taylor, Michigan. Oh, here comes another one. Arr, matey! Arr! Are you guys gonna make me walk the plank? I'm here for your safety. This guy is participating in legalized plunder. He's a thief. He's a thief. He's stealing from. He's trying to steal from you.
And lastly, it didn't have very good context, which I strive to obtain.
Wow, I think that's true, Low Dimes. Wasn't I supposed to be there in person? Well, I don't know. They said they were rescheduling Zoom, so I don't know. I don't know what these courts want to do.
We encourage you to visit us at our website, www.cityoftaylor.com. Double parking is a 0-point violation with a fine of $165. Double parking is a 0-point violation with a fine of $165.
Gonna be on YouTube looking like a thief. Looking like a straight up thief. That's what a thief looks like, everybody. I hope your parents know what you do for a living, man.
So that's what this court date is really about, if you ask me. They've found a way to basically put in an assembly line of stealing money from the community that they're supposed to serve and protect down there in Taylor, Michigan. If you didn't make the connection, I'll just run you through it. They've got a reputation down in Taylor, Michigan for running a speed trap. It got worse this summer because they actually turned it into a construction zone where the fines doubled. And then they're so good and efficient at pulling people over and giving them tickets. They were able to do, I think, 6 to 8 of them in 1 hour. So add that up to, let's say they do that for just 4 hours, right? So that's 24 people possibly that they're able to extort in just 4 hours, right? Maybe upwards of 8 people per hour. So that'd be 32 folks that they can extort. And then what they do is they give them a hefty speeding ticket. Then they say, you know what, we'll knock that down to double parking. It'll be no points on your record. And look at how friendly and nice we are down here in Taylor. So you heard the voicemail to Taylor. This has become such a hustle that they managed to even expedite the process of paying your fine and just walking out of there thinking that they did you a favor. So if the voicemail on the court greeting or the automatic message that's played, right, the recorded greeting itself is talking about double parking. And here's how you pay your fine. By the way, go to the website, pay your fine. Just pay the fine and leave. Just don't hassle us with trying to argue or say that what we're doing is unlawful or even asking about jurisdiction, right? Yep, money, 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 Kay Stevenson. That's how it looks to me. That is how it looks to me. Maybe I am crazy. Who knows? I could be the craziest lunatic out there. But I know what I see. Nice and convenient, isn't it? I mean, that's awfully convenient. Man. Anyway, 6 to 8 motorists, 6 to 8 travelers, some of them drivers working in a commercial capacity, but most of them are unsuspecting. Most of them get victimized by this court. And they don't even know it. Most of them don't even know it. Most of them just go in there. They're like, I don't want to hassle with this. Here's the money. They pay up the money. They make the problem worse for everybody else. Who doesn't want to pay those ridiculous fines? Anyways, here's what I'm looking at. Some could consider it racketeering. Well, come on, John Denicola. We're being a little harsh now. The government, the state especially, would never try to run a criminal enterprise. Never. They're always just. They're always right. Man, I tell you. How people can't see the world for what it is sometimes absolutely baffles me. Mm-hmm. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Here you have fixed penalties. I'm guessing you're in Canada, Case Stevenson, if I remember correctly, but I don't know. I could be wrong on that. Oh, here we go. We got something.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Who am I speaking with today?
Well, I go by Broken on YouTube.
Okay. Let's see. One second. Do you have a good, I'm the Zoom clerk here. Do you have a good address or phone number?
I prefer not to give that out.
Gotcha. Okay. Let me notify the courtroom. Oh. One second.
Yeah, the court paperwork would probably list me as a defendant. Defendant Joshua Lanto, probably, is what I'm guessing.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like you're scheduled here at 9:40, so you're a little bit early. Okay. I'm gonna place you in a breakout room. Right here. And then I'll place you in a breakout room. And I'm just gonna move you into there because your case is scheduled at 9:40 today. So maybe a little bit of a wait going on. Just to let you know, okay?
Okay, I can come back in about 40 minutes. That's fine. Or 30 minutes, whatever it is.
Okay.
All right, I'll come back.
Gotcha. No problem. I'll let you back in once you're ready, okay?
Okay, take care.
Yeah, no problem. You do the same.
All right, so apparently this thing isn't till 9:40, guys. Oh, you're from Doncaster. I'm guessing that's the UK, the England over there. Don't want to say anything. Who is going to coach you on this Zoom hearing? The greatest legal minds of all time. That's who. The greatest minds in the legal profession. That is who is going to coach me through this. Hello, pilot in disguise. And what's up, Navin Johnson? Appreciate you guys tuning in. So anyways, there was a little bit of action with Zoom court. There was a clerk that told me I was actually early, damn it, and they don't even pay me to be early down there. You know what I mean? That's a travesty of all this. Let your stupidity continue. Yay. Well, somebody's got to continue it, right? I mean, I think it's stupid that the general public doesn't wake up to the fact they're being fleeced for money. So, who knows? All I'm doing today is drawing attention to the fact that this court has quite the hustle going on down there in Taylor. They have the hustle going on, and this isn't about justice. This is simply about taking as much money from the people you serve and protect as possible and getting the least amount of resistance to it. I'm just going to use simple, logical questions, and we're going to watch this whole thing unravel. My guess is that I am going to get disconnected or muted or in some other way interfered with questions that I have today. But again, I have simple, logical questions for the court. Should be easy enough for them to answer. We could expedite this process. We don't have to drag it out 10 times or 11 times, 12 times, whatever it was up in Clarkston. For anybody who doesn't know what happened there, I just made a couple of videos on that. So, I mean, they're in members only right now, and I'll probably keep stuff in members only for a little while. So, I mean, it's 99 cents a month. You can join this channel, and what you get for your 99 cents a month is really just supporting the efforts that I'm doing. Basically challenging the courts, drawing attention to this, using simple logical questions to show you that the courts don't play by their own rules. And sometimes I end up, surrendering my freedom to prove this, or to show this anyways. I guess I shouldn't say prove it, but just to show it to the world, what's going on in the court systems. So anyways, 99 cents a month, you can join this channel. I got a couple of videos in members only that I just uploaded. Deals with Clarkston. I also have one that, dealt with what's going on down here in Taylor. Plea bargain by phone should be fun. Well, I mean, let's be honest, this process typically isn't fun. I mean, I've actually enjoyed these, my experience in court. It's taught me quite a bit. It's definitely made me a little more, a little braver to face, what I used to be intimidated by, which was a judge in a black robe in a courtroom. Used to be incredibly intimidated. If I ever had to go in there, it was like, hey, so I understand that's probably the majority of folks out there, if not everybody that goes into a courtroom in the United States, right? You're nervous. At least if there's like a criminal charge, if there's a civil matter, or if you're there to, get resolution on some other matter, I'm sure it's not quite as intimidating. But in a criminal setting in the United States, I can guarantee you, it can be quite intimidating to stand before a narcissistic sociopath that actually has the ability to remove your freedom from you. That is actually real. That is very real, and I can't explain how that feels unless they've actually been through it. And then they probably have a good idea how that feels. And then through some of the things I've researched and seen, it's eliminated my fear of speaking up for myself in court, calling out bully moves by the judges, standing up and demanding that you be treated fairly. And so hopefully that can inspire a few other people who may decide that they want to try to shed a light on this as well. Just a disclosure, full disclosure, expect to spend some time in jail. Expect this to not go your way at times. Expect to take some losses, or, be made fun of, mocked, things like that. That all comes with the territory. So if you're the type of person that is afraid of that sort of stuff, just pay your fine, and leave with your freedom, and just continue doing what you're doing. This path is not for everybody. This path is for folks that are willing to put up some resistance at some level. And like I said, I mean, at this point, it's another day at the office for me. So I'm trying to work right now and trying to use this as another opportunity that we can all learn from. Even if that's by me making mistakes and having a piss poor performance, we can still learn from that at some level. I hope. Blah, blah, blah. Better call Wolverine. What's Wolvie going to do for me today? What's Wolvie going to do? This is just me and one judge and what's supposed to be a simple arraignment that is going to be anything other than simple. Do I need to bring popcorn? Is this court going to be like Oakland? I don't know what it's going to be like. I mean, it's somewhat unpredictable. I mean, there's plenty of parts to this process that is predictable. You know, there's a lot that is predictable, but some parts are unpredictable as well. You know, I have no idea when a judge is going to give you a great soundbite like Judge Slavin. When Judge Slavin said, "I do not run a Jerry Springer show. I'm not going to have finger pointing and name calling." I think that was a great soundbite from Judge Slavin, who is the judge, quote unquote, judge in this case. But if you're new or you missed the live stream last night, the preview to this today, let's see. I got this poll in the community section if you guys want something to do until 9:40. And then I made a little video as well. Here, let me see if I can find the video I made for this. I'll put it in the chat real quick. Anyway, so what you're looking at on your screen right there, that's a poll that's in the community section on this channel. Feel free to give your answer. Looks like there were 201 votes. Let's see, this is the other question that was in the community section. So feel free to answer these questions, participate. You know, that's what I like on this channel is engagement, and when folks participate, that really, that's really the goal. Anyways, is to get as much participation as possible and as many people participating as possible. Totally a Jerry Springer egotistical thing for him to say, right? Exactly. You know, couldn't say it better myself, Dave Stevenson. So there you go. What you guys are looking at on your screen is a poll that's in the community section. And so far, the results of the poll, well, it says 9 votes here. Let me double check that. See, I'll give you some updated statistics from that poll. 41 votes. We got 71% of folks who think that factual evidence of jurisdiction is located on a traffic ticket. 71% now. So it was 33 to 67% with 9 votes. Now it's at 71% yes with 29% no with 41 votes. There's 71% of our population, or the population on this poll, that is misinformed. And that's part of the reason why I do what I do. Because I would have thought that too. I mean, if you would have asked me that question 10 years ago, I would have said yes, and I would have not known the difference. I've never heard Jerry Springer say I don't run a Jerry Springer show. Oh, I'm just here. Maybe I should ask him if I'm here to get my Jerry beads today. Maybe I will ask that. Maybe we'll pepper that in. If you guys want to put in comments some of the questions you want me to ask the judge, feel free to put some comments in the chat right now. Comments to ask the judge, and I may or may not elect to use the questions. But does anybody have a question at an arraignment that I should ask this judge? I mean, I do think this is somewhat fun, right? I mean, being able to do a live stream and be in court at the same time. That I think is outstanding. A ticket is an accusation, not a statement of facts. Well, I would agree with that. To be fair, Jerry was a lawyer and played a judge on TV, right? I did see that, yes. I think he was slightly more entertaining than the shit show that's happening down in Taylor, Michigan. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong on everything. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research. Look into shit yourself. But let's see. I think I'm on day 10 of not smoking. On a positive note, give some positive news, I guess. So I think this is what, like day 10 of not smoking, somewhere in there, 10, 11, not smoking a cigarette. This has been probably the hardest battle of my life right now. I was having cravings like crazy yesterday. It was so tough. And I've actually got cigarettes sitting right next to me. I have half a pack of cigarettes that's sitting right next to me. So hopefully I can continue with, not smoking. I think that would be outstanding. So far, I don't see any questions you guys want me to ask the judge. How many? Oh, there's a good question right there, John Denicola. How many police officers have you sentenced for perjury? That would be an outstanding question to ask right there. I don't know if it's an arraignment-worthy question, but certainly if we were trying to decide what kind of trial there was, that might be a very good question to Wadir, our judge that's going to be deciding the case, right? That would be an excellent question for him. Does it really matter who thinks what about jurisdiction? I mean, if you're asking my personal opinion, oh, absolutely, 100%. I think I mean, if it didn't matter, let's put it this way: if it didn't matter, then why is it discussed in pretty much every other court around the world, except for in United States state courts, right? I mean, you go into the military, factual evidence of jurisdiction is important in a military courtroom. It's important in international courts. I was actually just watching a YouTube video before this on piracy, right? Piracy on the high seas, and it was talking about the UN and some of the global efforts to combat piracy, which piracy is a crime. You're stealing, you're using violence to take something from somebody else. You're doing onto others as you would not want to have done onto you. So that is an actual crime. But one of the things they discussed in the video about the pirates and trying to combat it on a global scale is they've got to get all the nations on board to agreeing to what the terms would be. And then they've got to make, and jurisdiction is an issue because you're on international waters and you're in the sea. So who's got jurisdiction to hear those sort of cases, right? So going back to your question right here, does it really matter who thinks what about jurisdiction? I think it's at the crux or the foundation. It's the absolute most important thing as far as what I deal with in court and what I try to do when I show that the courts don't play by their own rules. And oftentimes you shouldn't even have to go to answer or to defend yourself in these courts. Ask if he is a judge or an administrator. That is a fantastic question right there. That is a fantastic. Folks that have no legal knowledge, or if you're just like part of the general population crowd, you're probably not going to understand this question right here. But that's freaking brilliant right there. That is a brilliant question. Ask them about jury nullification before pleading. Yeah, that's good as well. Jury nullification, for those of you who don't know what jury nullification is, a jury member can vote with their conscience, and they can say, hey, I don't agree with how the law is set up, therefore I am going to render a not guilty verdict because I am going to make the moral decision to do what's right here. And very rarely happens. And as a matter of fact, these state courts, the first thing the state courts usually do in trial is one of the first things the state courts usually do is lie to the jury and say that they do not have the power of jury nullification. So they start off with a lie to the jury, and the jury the folks on the jury typically don't even know any better. But that's my take on jury nullification. I could be wrong on that, but that's my understanding of it. Would he ever instantly throw out a case as it's so obvious no crimes were committed before proceedings? I'm kind of going to ask that question in a roundabout way today. I'm definitely going to get to, so I probably won't ask it in that specific format. That's a really good question, though. I mean, they do want to make sure that I'm not being coached, which I don't understand. Why wouldn't they want you to be coached? If that was, I wasn't being coached, but even if I was, what would be the problem with being coached? I mean, isn't that the reason why you're supposed to have an attorney? Is so that an attorney can coach you and to help you through the process? Is the hearing live streamed? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's live streamed or not. You'd have to go do the research yourself. I thought you said I was supposed to be there in person, so I wouldn't count on the information that you're giving anyways. Do the judges you appear before ever ignore your view of jurisdiction? You know what? I'll process this comment. Hopefully it comes up on the screen. Okay, there it is. There's a little lag on my end, guys, so I apologize if things aren't as smooth. But often on these live streams, there's little hiccups here and there, curveballs. That's part of the fun of actually doing the live broadcast for me, is that you kind of have to go with the flow. But let's see, do the judges you appear before ever ignore your view on jurisdiction? It's not my view, first of all. I have to clarify the question, or I have to just clarify a couple things. It's not my view of jurisdiction. It's simply me asking for the factual evidence of jurisdiction. So it's not a view I have. If you're wondering about my view of jurisdiction, in the sense I think you were talking about, I didn't come up with the idea. I didn't come up with, the observation. I didn't make the observation, the initial observation. There's a lot of brave folks, in my opinion, very brave folks that are doing tremendous work on trying to bring this issue to the forefront. They often risk their freedom. They often have to find ways to hide the content so that and stay flying under the radar because they'd have their channels canceled or whatever the case. But anyways, do the judges you appear before ever ignore your view of jurisdiction? There have been judges that recognized that we need to see the factual evidence of jurisdiction. There's some judges that have basically danced around the question or avoided it altogether. So there's been a variety. Let's see, just since I've been on this channel, I've had Judge Gross, Judge Martinez. Gross didn't even want to hear anything. She interrupted me and disconnected me from a Zoom call before I had a chance to even ask my first question. Martinez was decent. He actually said that, yes, there should be factual evidence of jurisdiction, and the prosecutor is going to be sending over the factual evidence of jurisdiction, and we're going to see if we can proceed forward in this. The very next court date, it ended up getting dismissed, so I don't know what actually happened or why they chose to dismiss it. I was never privy to that information. I'd have to be in the prosecutor's office or be a fly on the wall to actually hear what they discussed. But what was said on record in Pontiac for Martinez, the judge I was just talking about, when they decided to drop the charges, on the record, it was officially cited as the prosecutor had a chance to look at the video and speak to the witnesses, and at this time, we're making a motion to dismiss Mr. Lanto's case. So if that explanation was correct and they finally reviewed the video and they spoke to the witnesses, figured out they had no criminal charge, my question would be, well, then why did they bring the charges in the first place? Why wouldn't they have done that before filing charges? Is it fair to just go around trying to prosecute people when you don't have the facts? So it either showed major incompetence on their part, or an incredible amount of laziness on their part, or maybe they were aware of kind of what I was doing, using a hybrid version of the Mark Stevens script, which I learned on the Ethics Instead channel, to kind of ask simple logical questions to expose all this, and they just didn't want to deal with it. I don't know. Any one of those explanations kind of makes sense to me. But I don't know, because like I said, I wasn't a fly on the wall in the prosecutor's office when they actually talked behind closed doors. But yes, some judges have, some judges haven't. Then I was in front of, Travis Reeds down in Novi. He didn't like hearing about jurisdiction or anything at all. As a matter of fact, he sentenced me to 10 days of contempt in jail. And then, just like the arbitrary rules of state agents, he let me out within 24 hours. So I thought I was supposed to do 10 days, and it turned out to be less than 24 hours, which is why I believe nothing of what a state agent tells me, because they constantly change their stories. One day it's 10 days, then I'm out within 24 hours. Which one is it? Now I can't even trust your word there, Judgy Poo. It was in writing. I mean, it was in writing, serving 10 days in jail. So you can't trust anything that you're told, especially arbitrary opinions and arbitrary rulings by arbitrary public servants. So I did learn that. So that was Travis Reeds. Then we've got, and then Slavin down here. And Slavin, according to the last proceeding, I said, I'd like to see factual evidence of jurisdiction. He did agree that it is important, or maybe he didn't say it was important. I forget his exact wording. And I know the troll channels will hold me specifically word for word, and I can't misspeak about anything. So I'm paraphrasing when I say Judge Slavin said, yes, we got to get the jurisdiction issue figured out. Anyways, I gotta sign back into Zoom, so I'll be quiet for just a minute. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. By the way, I love seeing all the comments and stuff, and I love that folks are actually even, paying attention to this at any level, actually. I mean, who on earth wants to sit there and watch court dates, I mean, unless it's Judge Judy or something sensationalized. Most people don't care about law. Most people don't care about this stuff. And it's actually kind of sad. I mean, it really is sad, because these are probably the most important issues of our time right here. And we're living in them. We're living in a time where these issues are more important than they've ever been. I'm just signing in on Zoom, guys. So just talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a few. And apparently I forgot to pin the video, but it's the last comment that I made if anybody feels like running up there and checking out that video. And let me know what you think about the video. It was the preview for this one, for this court date here. So if you guys are bored and you want to entertain yourselves, feel free to click on the video that I put in the chat. I forgot to pin it. And now it's too late because I'm trying to sign into Zoom. Hello.
Can you hear me now? All right, perfect. All right. This is Mr. I think, Tim. Oh, it's Mr. Lanto again.
Can you call me broken on YouTube?
All right, I'll move you there. Yep.
Yeah, if you could put broken, BROK, use a 3 for the E and then N, that would be great. Are we live streaming this morning on YouTube?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. So yeah, so I'm broken on YouTube. That's how everybody knows me on YouTube. They might get confused with, Joshua Lanto. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 1 second. Let me
Yeah,
place you.
because that dude died. He died a long time ago. Like he was thrown off a ship out at sea, and now you got broken on YouTube.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second here. Let me try to.
It wasn't a literal death. It was just like the death inside. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. I want to be back in 1 second, okay, to check you in, okay?
Beautiful.
I'm placing a breakout room.
That's what's going on Zoom. I'm scared to play videos right now because if they come back, then we might miss something. So you guys, if you can just chat amongst yourselves, this is kind of court. I haven't come up with a system for doing this quite yet. But I do run a show and appear in court at the same time. I don't know if I'd consider that a Taylor or not.
Mr. Lancho?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna move you into that breakout room, okay?
Okay.
Right, but I say, unfortunately, I couldn't name you broken on YouTube per the judge's request, but I'm gonna place you in that breakout room, okay?
All right. Well, I'm gonna insist to him that I prefer to be called broken on YouTube, and he's going to have to do it.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna place you there now, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Waiting for Zoom court. Your guess is as good as mine, I guess. Your guess is as good as mine. Why is this annoying? I mean, nobody's talking in the chat. Trying to like, I wish there were ways I could spice up a court date for you. But if I play a video for you, then what if Zoom comes back on? We can't miss anything that a state agent says because they lie and we have to document the lie. So I can't do anything for you. You can't play a video. There's polls, there's community polls. You can go, answer a survey real quick. But I don't know. Hopefully not much longer. Now you see what I go through. Imagine doing this 11 times for an expired piece of plastic that there's been no proof of jurisdiction on. Try that one. Try going through that. Being kidnapped twice. Like 2 times getting kidnapped. I mean, this is live as it happens. Does everybody understand this is live? Like live content? This is happening right now. And yes, I'm doing 2 things at once. I'm appearing in court via Zoom under the defendant named Joshua Lanto, but I prefer to be called Broken on YouTube now. Let's get that title in there. Let's just throw in a title, what we'd like to call ourselves. I do have to insist that the judge call me Broken on YouTube from here on out. It'd be a lot easier to identify me. It's that guy. Thank you for waiting patiently. Anybody that is sticking it out. I mean, this could be an all morning thing. There have been several that have been all day events, and you never know. So you have to take the whole day off because you never know how long this stuff is going to keep you. Put some trivia questions on the screen. Okay, well, we can get a live chat going with this question. I mean, I heard a couple great questions. Trivia time. There may be a lag as well, just to give everybody a heads up. What you're hearing audio-wise is live as it happens. The images on your screen are just me filling time. What up, KMWK, man? Appreciate you coming in. That's not trivia. Okay, hold on. Let's do... We got legal trivia. That's what we got. I mean, this one's a basic question right here. This one's a basic question. That's why I'm saying, like, I have a million basic logical questions for this court. This was probably the best question so far of the live chat. Not to insult anybody. Or not trying, I'm not intending to insult anybody. That's probably the best question so far. What up, Lion One? John Denicola in here, always having my back. Thank you. Real Jingy, what up? They got me in a double bind, Real Jingy. I mean, I either appear by Zoom or bad things happen to my person. And nobody likes it when bad things happen to their person. All right, anyways. I appreciate anybody coming in here genuinely supporting the channel. That means so much. Oh, Zoom is starting. We are back. Simple, basic, logical questions. That's all we ask. We ask simple, basic, logical questions. I'm just happy to be the voice of people who actually support me and get behind me. Thank you. And this live stream is actually on 15% battery. So if we're going to continue this, I mean, you can go watch it on Flavin's part, but then you don't get my part. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a break on the live stream anyways, the phone on the charger, and then I'll grab it when court comes back on so you guys don't miss anything, okay? So it'll just be quiet for a little while. This is how these court dates go, guys. This is how the court dates go. I'll come back for this comment. Are we supposed to have the right to fair and meaningful questions or hearings where we can ask questions, simple logical questions? So I don't know. Maybe they'll disconnect me, tell me I need to come in person. That could be possible. I've seen it all at this point. I've seen pretty much every tactic that can be thrown at you. Delay, 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 delay. This one's been delay, 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 delay. This proceeding right here, as you can see, 6 proceedings to figure out what the hell's going on. It has nothing to do with the fact that cops don't like cameras. It has nothing to do with this case. I'm confident they can. The state can prove its claim otherwise. So I'm going back quiet for a little bit, guys, but we'll hear this live as it happens. I'll leave the mic unmuted and everything. So when you hear it come back on, I'll be back over here. Or you could probably check Slavin's YouTube channel too. Who knows? But if you watch it on Slavin's channel, then you don't get to hear all the background, crap that they're going to try to sell. And I'm not buying anything today. There's nothing on the menu that they're going to offer me that I want to participate with. Like, nope, nope, nope. You're providing the service of figuring out what exactly? That you can't protest peacefully down in Taylor, Michigan. Can't yell at a couple people. Ask them to knock it off. Stealing from people isn't cool. That's, I guess, do unto others as you have done unto you. That's very simple. Anyways, I'm just going to set the phone on the charger. I'll come back. If anybody joins the chat, just let them know, please, if you're still in here. But who knows? It's what, 10:30 right now? This live, obviously, 10:30. I don't know what the over-under on them coming back is, but maybe 11:30. Who knows? They might even break for lunch. We might even be here all day. So might as well cozy up, talk to each other amongst yourselves. We got cool questions that people ask. I'm unafraid of asking any logical question that I see come through the chat. And then they'll say I was coached. They'll be like, hey, you were coached. We're coaching in the courtroom today, guys. Coaching in the courtroom. Don't clip that and play it. Coaching in the courtroom. Sorry. The U is backwards. That is correct. What's going on here, Joshy? Oh, we got a guacamole sign. We got a guacamole sign. I'm just digging down a long, dark rabbit hole, guys. Don't send the CIA agents after me and kidnap me. Throw me into solitary confinement. This is where you'll look for the factual evidence of jurisdiction. Stop asking for it. Well, in this case, the prosecutor saw all the videos and then still decided, oh, I'm answering this question, by the way. Ask why the prosecutor's even speaking, he has no first-hand knowledge. Well, he did see it on video. I will confirm that he saw it on video, which I think implicates him even more in an effort to deprive somebody of what are supposed to be constitutional rights. Everybody's watching. Duh. That's kind of like, that's the lesson that's to be learned here, I believe, is just act like somebody's watching at all times. Except when you're behind a dumpster at Wendy's, whatever happens there happens there. If you don't know, never mind. You might know, but you might not know. I don't know many other folks that can be in court and then run a live stream at the same time. Well, I guess in all fairness, I don't really do much on the live streams when I'm in court. It's not like I can play videos for you guys. Tell you what, if you're looking for something to do and you like cop watch videos, you should see our friend Mr. Morabito over on Legal Eagle. You know that? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, maybe check out last night's stream. I did put together like some edited content for everybody if you want to check that out. You had Morabito featured on Legal Eagle. There's Mr. Morabito right there. Everybody saw that first, like here on this channel, and that's still crazy. That's absolutely crazy to me. It's like, get a YouTube channel where people act crazy and then just show off how crazy people act. And cha-ching, you've got yourself some YouTube, a formula for YouTube success. Okay? Because people are acting crazy right now. And state agents especially are acting crazy, right? I mean, you got people acting this crazy. Look at how crazy you got people acting nowadays. There. Some people think an electric chair. Yeah, death penalty for what exactly? What was the death penalty for? Could somebody please tell me what a death sentence is for? I should be getting in some work today. So this is kind of work, if you consider court work. What are they administrating today? Pain and suffering and extortion amongst their population. That's what they're doing. Oh, we might be back. All right, we're back, I think. That might have been a false start right there. My bad. It looked like something was happening. And then while I'm running a live stream and I'm in court, can I get a little bit of slack, please? There's a million things you can do on this channel. Go check out some shorts. Go comment on some polls. Go be a part of the community. You know, don't be afraid to be a part of the community. Leave messages, comments. There's a million things you can do on this channel. There's a million things to talk about. Anyways, I'll let you guys know when court comes back on. Well, you'll hear when court comes back on, just like this time. I'll let you guys know. If my phone didn't have to be on the charger, I could maybe do some. We could just keep posting comments, and maybe putting up some important, information. So, anyways, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay. Oh, fantastic.
Sorry, took so long, but I was talking with the city attorney regarding this. First off, you understand the charges against you?
Well, not until I see discovery evidence, no. I mean, how can you understand what the state's claim is going to be?
Well, there's 3 charges of interfering with a police officer.
Well, that I know. That I comprehend.
Well, okay, well, I'm just asking if you understand that.
Located in my file.
Well, factual evidence of the jurisdiction would be, are you in the city of Teal or not? And Telegraph Road near Champaign is. So, what else are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking to you, you're an attorney, correct? Okay, so if you're an attorney, you understand what jurisdiction is, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay,
City of Taylor.
so geographic area going to be used to tie me to the codes or the ordinances? Is that what they're going to go by? Oh, so they're assuming that.
Well, you're in the city of Taylor. If you were at Telegraph near Champaign in the city of Taylor, County Wayne, state of Michigan, then yes, the ordinance of the city of Taylor apply to you.
They do. So so is the state going to make that same claim?
The city.
Is the city going to make that same claim?
Well, yeah, in the sense that.
Okay, well then how can I get? Well, then I'd have to motion to vacate the charges because I can't get a fair trial. If the state's going to make the same claim as the prosecutor and show no factual evidence of jurisdiction, we have a problem. We have a serious problem. before we even make an argument or discuss allegations, we first have to get past the what's at the fundamental issue here. If the state believes that just because I'm in a geographic area, that those ordinances apply to me and show no factual evidence, I cannot get a fair trial here. I'm going to motion to vacate the charges immediately. Does that make sense?
Order for discovery was entered on August 2nd, 2023. I don't have that from the discovery packet here, so basically what I'm going to ask the court to do is adjourn this for 30 days to get that.
Well, yeah, we need discovery evidence because if they're able to show the factual evidence of jurisdiction, I have to come back again. Then maybe we have some information to discuss. You know what I mean? Then we can talk about what happened, the allegation, the seriousness of it, and maybe the punishment I deserve. If I did in fact do, was guilty of wrongdoing, I would apologize to the entire city of Taylor. But so far, the feedback has been everybody in Taylor loves, the protest to the unlawful traffic stop that this is alleged to take place at. Then we'll make some arguments, but we have to get past the factual evidence of jurisdiction. I'm not going to let it go. I'm not going to let go of the fact that the last case that I was here for that got dismissed with prejudice on the record did not want to be dismissed without prejudice on my part. There was prejudice on my part. I made it very clear on the record several times. And I have recordings of every single one of those events where I said I was the one who was kidnapped. I need resolution today, and we're not going to keep coming back to do this, especially if I'm not even supposed to be here. Okay, I think audio cut out. I'm still on Zoom, by the way, guys. I'm back. I'm still on Zoom. That was the meeting with now the third attorney, attorney number 3. So that was, I don't know how much cut out the audio issue. I tried to fix it. I'm trying to do 2 things at once, be in court, ask simple logical questions to figure out if I should even have to be there. But anyways, here we go. We're back in court.
Matter of People versus Joshua Lanto. So, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, counsel, you want to put your appearance on record? Looks like Mr. Hoodies left the room, okay? Is he anywhere to be seen? Mr. Franco, it's been indicated to me that somebody wants a 30-day adjournment on Mr. Lanto's case for discovery. Is that right? That's fine with me, Judge, if that's what the request is.
Well, quick objection. The request was, why don't we just drop this right now?
Okay, Mr. Lanto, you understand that you're the one requesting that you be given 30 days to get discovery.
Well, the first thing I want.
Prosecutor.
Okay, the first thing I'd request.
You want a trial today?
Well, I mean, I'd even be willing to, sign a guilty plea today if the court can just produce the factual evidence of jurisdiction. It should be in my file somewhere. I was asking for the same thing up in the Clarkston courthouse, and they send me to the Oakland County Jail for 6 days to go look for what?
Mr. Lanto, I'm not going to produce anything. I don't have a judge. And as far as I know, the prosecutor can only produce what he wants to get. So we're not doing that. Your attorney's asked for 30 days. Do you want the 30 days or do you want to go to trial today?
Well, let's see what the discovery evidence has to say. But first, you know, if they could, the very first thing out of there, they could send the factual evidence of jurisdiction. That would be great. It should be a one-page document. If the prosecutor filed it, fantastic.
Mr. Lando, you're talking crazy. I would suggest that you listen to your attorney.
Did I just recall what was said on the record? Did I just recall that correctly?
You said no, you said it in reverse. I said first that you're talking some crazy talk. Then I said, I'm going to adjourn it for 30 days. And then I said, because you're worried about it, that I have an officer watch over you while you're in court. We'll see you in 30 days. People versus William Vaughn. Let's go on here.
Yes, sir.
Mr.
Well
Vaughn,
then.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Counselor, you want to put your appearance on record?
Thank you, Robert, please on behalf of Mr. Hawes.
Okay. But indicating you want to set this matter over for a jury trial, is that right?
That is correct.
Okay.
I have been removed from the meeting. Wow, could somebody go like screen record that off of Taylor's Zoom court, that was probably the craziest thing I've ever heard of. That was absolutely crazy. I don't think I've seen anything crazier in court than what just happened. I am absolutely floored and amazed. I have to go get that audio like right away. I can't believe that was said in an American courtroom. I can't believe it. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end the live stream. I got some stuff I got to get done today. So I hope you enjoyed hanging out. Sorry it was boring at times. I wanted to play videos for you guys. But anyways, is this audio legal? Question. Sorry. Random question at the end. But I'm going to let everybody go. Take care, everybody.